Yo, what is up guys, everyone here, and welcome to another video. In this video I'll be showing you Max's path for the Easter egg tutorial. As you know, there are two paths. If you've come from the Richtophens one and you're watching the Max's path, then welcome, and if you haven't checked the other one, then please do. It shall be annotated at the end. Now there are a few steps, so listen carefully. So step number one for Max's path is you have to build the gallows. To build the gallows you need 4 parts, and that is the same as Richtophens, which is the battery, which is behind the altar in the church, spool of wire, which is by the mule kit room downstairs near the catacombs entrance in the corner. Third part is the antennae, which is in the barn downstairs. Head towards the catacombs, which should be in the stables on the right. And the fourth part should be the bulbs in the room above Leroy's cell on the boxes, near where the box can spawn. Step number 2 is the orb breaker. You will need to destroy the 4 red orbs, which are these circle plasma ball sort of things. You need to use the subsurface resonator, which requires a turbine for the power. If you haven't seen the tutorial on how to build the subsurface resonator, then please do check it out on YouTube. I don't personally have a video of it, but check it out. The orbs can be found in 4 different locations. Number 1 in the alleyway between the salon and the candy shop. Number 2, to the left side to the entrance to the church behind a rock. Number 3, in the tunnel system above the town. And number 4, to the left side of the foliage before the entrance to the mansion from the maze. Step number 3 is the lantern. Using the grenade, you need to time it so that it knocks a purple lantern out of the air, which will float from the courtroom to the church, or from the courtroom to the jail cell. It will disappear after that, but if you fail to hit it, it will disappear and leave you the lantern on the ground too long. After this, you must pick it up. Number 4 is Sugar Rush. To power up the lantern, you must feed Leroy candy. Leroy's the massive giant guy, making him attack the zombie, which will power up the lantern if you are close enough. After you have powered the lantern with enough souls, you have to place the lantern on the symbol on the roof on the gunsmith shop. Step number 5 is really difficult, which is decryption. You need to decrypt the code on the wall using the tic-tac-toe cipher, which will reveal the name of 3 signs when you need to hit in the order of the galva knuckles to make the wisp appear. 3 signs random selected out of 5 signs available, so you might want to do trial and error. Yet again, the decryption should be on a tutorial on a video on YouTube somewhere. I personally don't have it yet again. Step number 6, energy and western time travel. Now you have to place a time bomb before you activate the wisp. You have to open a 1250 point couch separating the tunnels and the upper level of the gunsmith building, and you need to have Leroy to destroy the barrier between the general store and the candy shop. While you are following the wisp, you must have zombies near the wisp throughout its path, thereby sustaining the wisp, otherwise the wisp will fade out. So then you need to do step 7, which is for whom the bells toll, and you are now able to ring the bells placed around the map by using the action button. There are 3 locations where the bells are. Number 1, the bottom floor of the courtroom. Number 2, the second floor of the candy shop, not the room with the power switch. And number 3, the top level of the barn. In the room, there is a secret bookcase in the haunted mansion. There is a switchboard on the sofa with a lever. The switchboard has a 3x3 pattern of lights which will be activated, will light up yellow or green. The columns left to the right correspond the bells in the candy store, the barn, the courtroom bells respectively. After figuring out which corresponds with which light, you have to activate the switchboard and the first light will appear. One of the player has to call out which light has lit up, while the other 3 must be in the location in the ring when it's called out. Step number 8, which is the second last step, is make a wish. You need the giant break for the fountain in the front of the church or the mansion, which will cause the water to start spewing out. Next to, you need to interact to the fountains in order to make a wish. After doing so, cardboard targets will spawn, which is the same as Richtophens one, and there are 4 places where the location of the target spawns are. Number 1 is behind the candy store and in front of the courtroom. Number 2, to the left of the mansion in the windows, and on the railing by the salon, and on number 4 by the jail cell. The last step is the last hope and betrayal. Upon completion, the player will receive all 7 perks, and if you go down like Richtophens, you get to keep the perks, so you can go on rounds up on end, just like Moon. And basically now Maxis will be the demonic announcer and betray the survivors, and possibly the original characters will be returning in the next map. So it's been X Fusions 1 talking about Max's side of the Easter egg. If you haven't checked out Richtophens, then it should be on screen now. Click on the screen now for Richtophens path, and it's X Fusion 1, and I'm out. Peace.